Do me a favor before we begin. Try to imagine what it actually means to cross half the world. Feel the timber deck beneath the soles of your boots. It's the early hours of February 21, 1917. You've spent a solid month cooped up in the belly of a steam transport, ploughing through the Atlantic from the warm coast of Cape Town. You've survived thousands of miles of open ocean, seasickness, fevers, and the constant, suffocating threat of Imperial German Navy U-boats. 11 miles left to reach the coast of the Isle of Wight in southern England. Europe sits right there, smothered in a thick brackish fog reeking of burnt coal and damp sub-zero cold. You stand at the very gates of the Western Front. You came here to dig trenches, haul heavy artillery shells, and build the supply lines feeding the Great War. You've survived the single most dangerous sea voyage on Earth, and you are going to die in the next 25 minutes. An Imperial German U-boat torpedo won't take your life. There will be no heroic last stand. No enemy commander has your hull lined up in his periscope. What's coming to slice open your throat at nearly 15 knots is an 11,000-ton Allied freighter. A blind monster of black-painted steel, running dark along your exact shipping lane because the Royal Navy's military bureaucracy strictly banned a single light from burning in the English Channel. At 4:57 in the morning, while you sleep, crammed in the blackness of the forward hold, military security doctrine is about to turn into the most horrific trap in modern naval history. 646 men are about to be crushed, frozen and drowned beneath 4,000 tons of ice-cold sea. All because 2 British captains obeyed orders to the letter, but forgot the basic physics of the ocean. The sea didn't need an enemy attack to slaughter the South African Native Labour Corps. It only needed Royal Navy arrogance, February fog, and 25 minutes of pure military incompetence. Measure the sheer scale of official blindness for a moment. It's January 25, 1917. In the harbour of Cape Town, 823 men of the 5th Battalion of the South African Native Labour Corps scale the gangway of the SS Mendi. These are men from the highlands of Pondoland, freshwater sailors, farmers and herders who have never laid eyes on the infinite expanse of the Atlantic Ocean. No rifles rest on their shoulders. No bayonets. The colonial administration of the British Empire and the segregation laws of the South African government strictly forbid them from touching firearms. Their purpose in the European theatre of war is entirely different: to serve as the invisible muscle of the Great War. To haul tons of coal on the docks of Le Havre, fell entire forests to build trenches at the Somme, and unload heavy artillery crates beneath the torrential rain of the front lines. The SS Mendi is a 4,200-ton steam freighter chartered by the British Admiralty to move troops. At the helm sits Captain Henry Yardley, a veteran merchant mariner whose face has been seared by 3 decades of salt spray and brutal sea maneuvers. For nearly a month as the ship ploughs north, she calls at Lagos, skirts the coast of West Africa, and enters Admiralty-controlled waters in the North Atlantic. It is right here that the war imposes its own demented logic. We are in 1917. Kaiser Wilhelm II has declared unrestricted submarine warfare. Every single vessel, warship, passenger liner or merchant steamship is a legitimate target for the torpedoes of Imperial German Navy U-boats. To counter the threat, the Royal Navy drafts an inflexible order, an iron dogma for all military transports: absolute wartime blackout. Think about what that actually means. Hundreds of warships, trawlers, escort destroyers and massive freighters navigating the most congested trade routes on Earth in complete and utter blackness. No port or starboard running lights, no bow lamps, not a single flashlight burning on the promenade decks. The hatches are sealed shut with black canvas and plywood so that even the faint glow of a lit cigarette inside a cabin cannot break the pitch-black night. If the Atlantic was already lethal, the English Channel in the dead of winter turns into a game of heavy metal Russian roulette. Iron-hulled ships, packed with thousands of tons of cargo, moving at wildly different speeds through narrow shipping lanes, completely blind to each other, until the moment of impact becomes mathematical certainty. On the afternoon of February 20, the Mendi stops at Plymouth. The escort destroyer HMS Brisk takes position off her bow to guide her through the final 100 miles toward the port of Le Havre, France. At 10 o'clock that night, a wall of white, freezing, impenetrable fog descends over the Isle of Wight. Visibility collapses to less than 30 feet. The wind dies, leaving the sea flat as a mercury mirror. Captain Yardley orders his speed reduced to 5 knots. He obeys protocol. He sounds the ship's steam whistle at regular intervals to warn any nearby vessel of their presence. A low, dull groan lost in the fog. What Yardley doesn't know is that just a few miles away, steaming on an exact collision course from the opposite direction, an armoured Titan is approaching that isn't sounding any whistle at all. A blind monster of steel, running dark, blind, and at full throttle. Hold your breath for a second. Listen to the dead silence of the fog before physics bites through flesh. It's 4:57 on the morning of February 21, 1917. In the lower holds of the SS Mendi, over 600 native South African troops sleep crammed onto damp straw mattresses. The air deep inside the ship's belly is thick, hot and suffocating, soaked in sweat, machine grease, and the vapor of hundreds of human bodies breathing in unison. Outside, the fog over the Isle of Wight is a solid, impenetrable wall of white. The transport crawls along at barely 5 knots. 3 miles away, surging out of the blackness at over 14 knots, comes the SS Darro, an 11,400-ton Leviathan, more than double the size of the Mendi. She flies completely in ballast, no cargo in her holds, riding high above the waterline like a 3-story block of solid steel. Her captain, Henry W. Talbot, has made a reckless, demented call. Refusing to miss his docking slot and desperate to shave hours off his voyage, he orders full steam ahead, straight through a fog bank so thick you can't see your own bow. He sounds no steam whistle. He posts no extra lookouts on the forecastle. The Darro surges forward like a blind 11,000-ton projectile hurled down a pitch-black corridor. At 4:57, the fog tears open for 2 seconds. The lookout on the Mendi barely manages a scream before the Darro's bow towers over them like a vertical wall of black iron. No time to maneuver, no time to reverse engines, no time to pray. The impact is surgical and absolute. The Darro's reinforced bow acts like a medieval battering ram. It shears through the Mendi's starboard side right at hold number 2, driving over 20 feet into the hull like a razor blade slicing through tin. Feel the sheer violence of the blow. The shockwave rips hull rivets clean off with a deafening roar of 100 simultaneous artillery blasts. Wooden decks snap, iron ladders twist like twine, and the entire structure heels 30 degrees to port in a single violent lurch. Down in hold number 2, the Darro's bow instantly crushes over 114 men in their berths before they can even open their eyes. The wall of steel backs out with a sickening metallic groan, and 3-degree Atlantic seawater surges through a gap the size of a house. Feel that water. It isn't cold. It sears like fire. In less than 40 seconds, the hold fills to the ceiling. Hundreds of men in total dark fight to claw their way up shattered hatchways while the incoming torrent slams them against iron bulkheads, dragging them into the deep. The Mendi is mortally wounded. Cold physics has granted her just 25 minutes on the surface before the abyss claims her. Unsettling, isn't it? Realizing the worst logistical catastrophe for African troops in Europe wasn't inflicted by the enemy, but by the criminal haste of an Allied captain steaming blind just to save a few hours at port. Do you think Captain Talbot's decision not to deploy lifeboats or stop to search for survivors was a tactical necessity driven by U-boat paranoia, or an act of cowardice and criminal negligence? Drop your take in the comments below. I read every single one. At 5:05 a.m., the steep list of the hull makes lowering port lifeboats impossible. The few that manage to slip free capsize the second they strike the swell, pitching men into a freezing sea that paralyzes muscles in under 3 minutes. And as the Mendi's bow slips beneath the waves, the silhouette of the Darro begins to fade slowly into the fog, leaving behind the muffled screams of 600 men drowning in the dark. Feel the sub-zero air biting into your lungs as you scramble for a handhold on the frozen timber. It's 5:12 in the morning. The SS Mendi leans past 40 degrees onto her starboard side. Her bow has already vanished beneath the churn of the English Channel, her stern rising into the black sky like a doomed iron tower. On the main deck, shrouded in a fog so thick it smothers the distress flares, something unfolds that official history will take decades to digest. No mindless stampede, no hysterical panic. The men of the 5th Battalion, South African Native Labour Corps, men who had never set foot on open ocean until a month ago, formed disciplined ranks across frost-slicked planks. Barefoot, clad only in thin flannel uniforms or underwear, they faced the black abyss, devouring their ship. There stands Reverend Isaac Williams Warchope, a native chaplain over 60 years old. His voice cuts clean through the groaning iron and the howling fog. Be quiet and calm, my countrymen. We are going to die like brothers. We are the sons of Africa. Look upon how we fall. We are going to dance the death dance. And there, in the middle of a freezing Atlantic, on a deck plunging vertically toward the seabed, dozens of men begin to stamp their feet in unison. An ancestral rite performed on the slanted steel of a British freighter. They stamp in absolute silence, marking the cadence with bare soles against frozen timber, bidding farewell to their homeland and their comrades trapped in the blackness of the lower holds, until the ship's steep list pitches them all into the sea. Yet the true face of this catastrophe isn't found merely in the nobility of those who drowned, but in the cowardice of those who watched. A few hundred yards away, the SS Darro has cut her engines. The collision barely left a dent on her reinforced bow. The 11,000-ton vessel sits virtually untouched, floating safely in the calm swell. From the Darro's deck, British mariners hear the screams of over 600 men drowning in 35-degree water. Hypothermia takes less than 5 minutes to freeze the human nervous system solid. Their cries are a dull, collective howl of agony drifting through the mist. Captain Henry W. Talbot stands on his bridge. At his disposal sit intact lifeboats, rope ladders, and rescue nets. He doesn't order a single boat lowered. He doesn't throw a single lifebuoy. He doesn't shift his vessel 1 yard closer to pull dying men out of the water. Paralyzed by phantom fear that the collision might draw a German U-boat, one that didn't even exist in the area, Captain Talbot chooses to stand with his arms crossed. He watches the stopwatch tick as the SS Mendi draws her final breath at 5:22 in the morning, vanishing forever into the deep trench off the Isle of Wight. 614 South African soldiers and 33 crew members are left floating like frozen corpses in the English Channel. The Darro turns her helm and steams away silently into the fog, leaving the night to swallow the receipts of the disaster. Take a step back and look at the machinery of the system for a second. It's the morning of February 22, 1917. In the high-level offices of the British Admiralty in London and the cabinet rooms of Prime Minister Louis Botha in Pretoria, news of the collision doesn't trigger grief. It triggers political panic. We are at the critical breaking point of the First World War. The South African government had dispatched thousands of black men to Europe under the unspoken premise that their civil sacrifice would earn them basic rights and recognition. Admitting that 6,000 tons of British negligence had slaughtered 614 of those men before they even set foot on the front line was an ideological time bomb. The order was immediate, clinical, and total. Absolute silence. War bulletins released over the following days reduced the largest naval catastrophe in Southern African history to a brief, pathetic footnote. They suppressed the name of the SS Darro. They censored Captain Talbot's criminal inaction. For weeks, families of the victims in rural South Africa received no official telegrams, only returned letters stamped, "Vessel destroyed," met by the suffocating silence of colonial authorities. When the British Board of Trade finally launched a closed-door inquiry to dissect the disaster, the verdict stood as a monument to corporate impunity. Captain Henry W. Talbot, the man who kept his ship idling nearby while 600 men froze solid in the mist, had his master's license suspended for a mere 12 months. 12 months of shore leave for the deaths of 647 human beings. Not a single day in a cell. Not a single charge of negligent manslaughter. The Royal Navy chose to shield the reputation of its wartime blackout protocols rather than render justice to the victims of the Native Labour Corps. 130 feet down, at the exact coordinates of the trench off the Isle of Wight, the shattered remains of the SS Mendi rest today. Time and the relentless currents of the English Channel have collapsed her timber decks. The lethal wound at hold number 2 is buried beneath a thick carpet of sea anemones and dark kelp. The skeletons of those trapped in the ship's belly have dissolved into the salt water, becoming part of the ocean floor itself. There was no victory parade for them. No bronze medals pinned to their chests. For over 50 years, South Africa's apartheid regime erased the name of the Mendi from school textbooks to avoid feeding the memory of native resistance. But the physics of the seabed care nothing for state propaganda. The twisted iron of the Mendi remains down there in the dark, guarding irrefutable proof that military bureaucracy and commercial haste can prove far more lethal than any enemy torpedo. If you want us to keep exhuming what official records prefer to bury beneath tons of classified paper and forgotten archives, you know what to do. Subscribe to Unusual Chronicles and turn on notifications. Because the truth is rarely clean, and we've barely scratched the surface.